No one looms larger than Henry VIII in Tudor history. But how do novels and history portray this man behind the crown? No one looms larger than Henry VIII in Tudor history. His reign certainly was tumultuous, breaking with Rome, marrying 6 times, and of course sumptuous feasts and a huge hulking body towards the end of his kingship. But of course, he was not always like that. Alison Weir has a great book, gives us a window into his daily life, the comings and goings of his court, the food, the music, the powers, and the plays. He was definitely a man who loves his pageantry and his splendour. Also a man deeply insecure about his dynasty and an actual desperate desire for a son. Fiction, of course, does make him a bit more fascinating, like Wolf Hall, for example, where we see Henry VIII that's actually told through the eyes of Thomas Cromwell. He actually shows us Henry as a man himself, not as a caricature that's told from various sources in history. He is portrayed as charming, dangerous, actually very, very unpredictable. Alison Weir actually has a series of 6 books about his wives. So it just goes to show that it's not all about him. It is about these extraordinary women as well. All of them sadly caught up in his storm of ambition. Henry was actually very careful in how he was portrayed in an image. From Holbein's portraits to royal propaganda. He is well known for a little touch-up here and there, so it was kind of the first of a selfie filter, I guess. Some books that we do read about him portray him in all forms. Cruel, tender, and always very unpredictable. In all my readings about him, I actually think he was a very malleable man. He was kind of like a bit of a plasticine, and it was who was whispering in his ear at the time as to which way I think he went with various decisions. And I think a lot of the time he actually regretted his decisions, and I think sometimes he wished perhaps he was a bit more consistent and a bit more less pliable, I guess. But did he actually really know that he was being manipulated? It must have been very difficult actually to be that type of monarch with all the power, because how do you know that people are not being your friend because they want something? How do you know that their friendship or whatever they're whispering to you at the time is actually genuine? Or, they just want to get what they want to get out of him. So I think must have been very difficult for him, but I think he was a narcissist, so he actually, I don't think, really cared or noticed. History shows up the facts, and I think fiction helps us to imagine or reimagine the man. So we do read that he was not just the tyrant, but a man, a husband, the father, the king, and the man that actually changed England forever. He does remain one of the most written monarchs, and actually I think for good reason. He reshaped religion, power, and the monarchy itself. The Tudors does not end with him, so next time we're going to be talking about his children. So I hope to see you in my next video for part 3. See you soon, and bye for now.